Hi, beautiful souls. What is the meaning of life? Every single person has a different experience in life. Even if you were born in the same home, even twins, identical twins, have different experiences. They experience life differently. Every single soul that's born here is experiencing life differently. The deeper meaning of life. What do you think about it? What is the deeper meaning of life for you? Specifically, as I said, every single person is experiencing life differently. Every single person is having his or her own experiences. Even when we do share the same experiences, we don't have exactly the same type of take or opinion about the experience because every single person is basically experiencing life regard to their level of awareness and their worldview. Now, we all know that every single person has a different worldview. You might be coming from the same background, the same society, the same community, the same family, the same tribe, but we're all experiencing life differently. So the deeper meaning of life will be different for every single person. If you look at the most famous family, the Trump family, right? And Trump and his children, every single person, I guarantee you, in that family is having a similar experience because they're all experiencing the same thing. However, they have a different personal experience or take on life. There's no person that's experiencing the same thing in life. So let's talk more about the deeper meaning. The deeper meaning is normally linked to the purpose. What is the purpose in your life? What is your focus in your life can also spill into your purpose and the meaning. What is your belief as well in your life also spills into your purpose and the meaning of life. What life means to you. What is your assumptions as well? Everybody has a worldview, assumption about life and about themselves. It spills into the meaning of life. Hi, Cello. Thank you for joining my live. Hello, sweetie pie. Nice to see you here. Okay, today we're speaking about the deeper meaning of life, and we're speaking into the purpose as well. I mentioned that every single person in this world is experiencing life differently. You may be from the same family, same background, same socioeconomic system, right? But still feeling the different meaning of life, experiencing life differently, because every single person is unique. We're all unique beings, although we may have some similarities. Maybe a group of us love soccer. There's a lot of soccer lovers who love to watch soccer and they got their favorite soccer players, and there's a lot of people that like poetry. And you may be in the same home, in the same family, but you find that your brothers like soccer, but you prefer poetry, you prefer dance and music, you prefer that, and your family likes soccer. But you'll all come from the same background, same home, same family, same bloodline, basically, but you're all experiencing life differently. Now, the deeper meaning of life, as I said early on, is different to every single person. The meaning for me may be different to you, Sailor, or even Augustine. Thanks for joining my life today. The purpose of or the meaning of life is different. Right now, every morning I like to say this. I am grateful for today. With all the opportunities and challenges that this day brings me, because for me, life is an experience, and every challenge and opportunity will be available for me today. So I like to say that I'm grateful for today and all the opportunities and challenges that come with today. I'm grateful for every single day. Now, when you set your statements of intention, it helps you to live with a purpose. You see, now let's go more deep into that. What is your focus? Your purpose is linked to your focus. No matter what situation you may be experiencing in your life at this moment, Maybe you've been criticized, abused, gaslighted, whatever it may be. But if your focus is on that negative experience, your life will only be based on the negative experience. Now, life is very mystical in its own way, very spiritual. What is your purpose? What is your focus? What is your belief? What are your assumptions about life and yourself? It's very important for you to understand that every day is just an experience with a deeper meaning attached to it. Right now, there's something called vibration and frequency. Vibration and frequency is just linked to your focus, your belief, your assumption, and your purpose. That will now generate your deeper meaning. The deeper meaning for you will be different to mine, as I said. We may be in the same background, the same family, maybe the same tribe, maybe whatever the same culture, but we will see life differently and have different meanings to life. Some of us choose to be very, very cultural. Other people choose to be very religious and follow a specific religion. And some of us will choose to be more, I love my culture. I love the culture, the Asian culture if I'm an Asian. I love the African culture if I'm an African. And I start adapting everything. I see life and I focus on all the cultural things. And the same if I'm religious, I see life and I focus on all the religious things in life. Now, your belief is a very, 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 very important concept of your deeper meaning to life, because your belief will now contribute to your deeper meaning to life. You understand? Certain people, it's family values. It's all about the family. Hi, thank you for joining my live. Is it Jin? Is it Junjo? James, how are you doing, my live? I hope you're doing well. Today we're talking about the deeper meaning of life. Okay, if you're new here, sweetie pies, go ahead and consider subscribing to my channel. Right, so my channel is about spirituality, self-awareness, and self-development, and I'm based in South Africa. Right, so if you're into self-development and spiritual topics and self-development, self-awareness, go ahead and become my friend and join my community. Right. So today we're talking about the deeper meaning of life. As I said, every single person will have a specific focus in life. Every person will have a certain belief. Every person will have a certain assumption. Right now, your assumption is linked directly to your worldview. What is your perception about life and about yourself? Very important to know that the deeper meaning is linked to you taking accountability of your life. Like self-development is about understanding yourself better. It's about understanding what you want and what is your role or purpose here in this reality. Now, we might have more than one purpose. We might have more than one purpose, and that's okay as well, because a mother can be a teacher as well. A mother can be a pastor. A mother can be a coach. A mother can be a manager. A mother can be an accountant. You see, we have different purposes, not just one purpose. I hear a lot of people when I'm on social media, when I'm coaching, what is my purpose? They're looking for that one finite concept to call a purpose. And yet, there's a number of them because we carry different hats at different times in life. Now, there's only one thing you're supposed to come and do here, and that is to experience life. Just one thing, just to experience. We didn't come with anything grand. We came for the experience. And it's even super fabulous when our own personal experience can add to other people's experiences as well. Like a mother being a mother, that's my experience. But how I interact with my children and the community that I live in can also impact the community either positively or negatively. Okay. Now your purpose is to live and experience life. Your purpose is to focus on the deeper meaning of your specific life. So, spirituality and religion and even a self-development is based on finding a meaning, a deeper meaning, a purpose. Why am I here? Am I just here to to work, school, uh, graduate, go and work, pay bills, um, drink and party. What are you here for? What is your purpose? It's very important to understand your purpose. Okay? So that's why I'm saying that a matured spiritual person, even a religious person, understands their purpose. Others say, okay, my purpose is to evangelize, go and speak about Jesus and tell the world about Jesus and get people to come closer to Jesus. Or my purpose is to serve Jesus or serve Christianity or even to serve my religion. Or my purpose is to be disciplined. No, it's so important for each person to learn about the different cultures and different religions that people actually experience here on this earth because it helps us to understand each other. So now I get to learn more about Islam and what Islamic is all about and what they believe in. And I understand the difference between Islam and Christianity. Then I learn about Hinduism and I understand why Hindus behave and act and have certain traditions and ceremonies and festivals and stuff like that. I get to understand everybody. And in the understanding, you don't judge, right? Our purpose is not to judge. Our deeper meaning is to accept everything and everybody's choices and then love them unconditionally. Okay, now with the experience, we have the choice of love. We have the choice of hate. We have the choice of darkness or light, basically, in the midst of the experience. Because everybody has a certain focus and everybody has a certain belief or a number of beliefs, depending on their culture and their background, where they were brought up. And also, what is your assumptions and your assumptions and your value that you put on yourself in life. Okay, now, when I'm saying your value, a lot of people have a problem with depression because they have a low sense of self and their relation with life, with the experience of life. They cannot like kind of accept their current situation, and they seem that somehow that when something bad happens in your life, it's a forever situation. They don't understand that it's only an experience and it is passing. So we as humans tend to identify ourselves to every single thing, to the marriage, to the family, to the money, to the titles that we hold in society. And that becomes a problem because when you hold onto a title, you mesh yourself to a title. And when that title goes, because everything is passing, when that title goes, then you're not able to live a happy life. Like, for example, a simple thing like I am an active person, I am a physical person, or I have this type of facial beauty, whatever it may be, my aesthetics are beautiful. And when I meet up with an accident and I get a scar, then my aesthetics are now not so beautiful and attractive anymore. Or even it can happen the other way as well. You may lose a limb in an accident, and now you understand how enmeshed you were, and you identified yourself as this able-bodied person, sorry, that has two legs, and now you have to have an accident, an unplanned accident, or even accident, and you have to lose a limb. Now you can't identify yourself with this new version of you. Okay, and this happens to a lot of people in many different ways, not only in the physical level, but also psychologically. But everything has a psychological effect because when you lose that identity of who you think you are, because you have meshed yourself with everything else that you experience in this life, the deeper meaning of life becomes that I am this thing. I am this person. I am so and so from a certain family or a certain tribe, or I am a person holding a certain position. I got a PhD, whatever it may be, or I come from a family of lawyers and we all educated. Now, there's a kind of an enmeshment that we have. So your deeper meaning of life will be different to somebody who's born in a family whereby they uneducated, there's not enough money in the family and stuff like that. That person's meaning of life will be different to somebody who is sitting in another level of society. Now remember that your meaning or your deeper meaning of life is not something that's constantly going to stay the same. It has to change with every experience that you have. Okay, but try and keep it in a space whereby you can still find the positive in the meaning. You understand it. You're still enjoying life no matter what happens. That's what it's all about. enjoying life no matter what happens, finding the joy in the blessings. That's why I like to say every single day in the morning, I am grateful for today and all the opportunities and challenges that come with today. Gratitude is so important because remember, we're experiencing life day by day, hour by hour, second by second. So when you start your intention every day and say, I'm grateful for today, no matter what comes my way, I know that I am blessed. I know that I'm provided for. I know that I am not alone. I am grateful and thankful for today with all its opportunities and its challenges. Now, remember that a challenge can also give you an opportunity to think differently, an opportunity to try something different. So basically, life is based on opportunities, right? We call it bad times and bad things challenges or problems, but it's all opportunities. You see, now that is my worldview, it's my mindset, it's what I believe. So everything that's in my life has to feed from that belief. So if I have the opposite and I say that every morning I'm not happy to be alive, oh my God, another day, I'm so depressed, I don't have money. So think of all the things you don't have. Now my whole life will be faced in that perception will be all about worry and stress, about all the negative things. That's why it's important, guys, to ask yourself, what is the deeper meaning of my life? Despite all the problems that I get to face, what do I truly believe about life? Now, this is good for mental health as well, okay? Because depression and worry and stress affects your mental health. That's why self-development is very, very important. We cannot accept or expect other people to worry about our own mental health. You live in your body, you have a mind, right? You have a perception and a focus and assumption about life. So you are responsible for your own mental health. Your own mental health is based on your focus, is based on your belief in life, your assumptions about yourself and about life. It's not based on what's happening to you in life, what's happening through you. It's not based on you being a victim, but you being in charge of your life. Your mental health, if it's not chronic and medically chronic, where you need a psychologist and therapy and medication, right? Most people don't have chronic medical problems, right? They have slight depression and worry and stress and stuff like that, right? Now, remember that every single person will have stress in life because that's what we came for. We came for the stresses, which are the challenges or the so-called problems, so that we can overcome them with our healthy view on them. Meaning when you have a healthy view on your problem, knowing that it's passing, knowing that it is here to challenge you. How old are you? Someone's asking about my age, Augustine. How important is that? Okay, I'm quite mature, Lavi. I've lived quite a long time on this earth, right? So yeah, but I'm quite matured. Okay. Um, then somebody said something else. Okay, anyway, it's fine, sweetie pie. Today we're talking about the deeper meaning of life. Okay, so if you are interested in subscribing to my channel, subscribe and become my friend and watch my videos. My channel is all about self-awareness, self-development, and and life. It's just about life and spirituality and developing yourself and expanding yourself, expanding your view on life, learning new things about life and about yourself. How can I become a better person? How can I be more happy every morning? Now, I always speak about an evening practice and a morning practice, okay? You know yourself. You know when you're feeling down. You know when you're worried and overstressed about something. And you have the ability to stop and change and focus on something else. Somebody asked me yesterday on my live about how do I change or do I have a choice between being unhappy and sad and being very happy and grateful and strong and fearless. Do I have a choice? So I said, yes, you do. Human beings have consciousness and sentience, right? We have the ability to choose our emotions. We have the ability to choose our emotions at any given state. Your emotions link to your vibration and your frequency, right? So you are not a victim. You choose. If you're focusing on something negative, you're gonna feel down. If you're focusing on a problem too hard, as if there's no solution, you're gonna feel down. If you're gonna be overstressed and if you're full of anxiety about something, you're gonna feel down. That affects your vibration. Now, how you feel is based on your focus. What are you focusing on at that moment? That's triggers a feeling. Your focus is linked to your worldview, your belief about life. Okay, that's how it is now. The deeper meaning of life is also linked to your purpose, as I said. And you may have more than one purpose. You may be a mother, where you have two children, you got three children, you are a mother, you gave birth to children, you're now a mother. Or you could be a teacher, you are a teacher by profession, or you just have the ability to teach others very easily, you enjoy to teach. Or you might be a writer, that's another purpose. You are good with writing and words and reading and expressing yourself with the word, okay? You might have the purpose of being a dancer. Okay, you can move your body, you entertain people, you know what I mean? Because dance can also trigger emotion, happiness, shock, joy, entertainment, stuff like that, right? Remember, every single person has a number of abilities linked to their purpose. So these abilities are linked to your purpose, okay? Sometimes you'll have the ability or the gift to inspire other people and you speak very well. You encourage other people, you strengthen their inner self. Some people have that certain gift. So that's another point to your purpose. So your gift is always linked to your purpose and that thing that you love to do as well. Because remember that Bushoshe says that you need to follow your bliss. Following your bliss is following your purpose. That thing that makes you happy that you can do endlessly without somebody forcing you to do it or even wanting to get paid for. Remember, there's your job where you get paid, and there's your purpose or your gifts that you also have as well. Okay, so your deeper meaning of life is linked to your purpose. But the real purpose that we all came here for collectively is the experience and the expansion and the understanding of life better. That's why when you are too, how would I say, you're too fixated on a certain belief system and you believe this is the only thing that's true to me and should be only thing that's true to others as well. Now we have people that are all forcing other people to believe what they believe because they don't understand that people are different and people may be focusing on different things and having different beliefs, and everybody is okay and open to have different belief systems. It's okay for you to believe in a certain thing and somebody else in your family believes in something else as well. So we make peace with that because every single person is experiencing life differently. Okay. So your purpose is linked to you and what you came here to achieve in this lifetime, and also linked to what you've achieved in previous lifetimes as well, because that's the energy that you have accumulated from each lifetime. So this lifetime, we focus on the specific lifetime and we focus on getting the strength each day for us to be able to achieve what we came here to achieve. Right now we have choice, the gift of choice. How do I choose to be here in this lifetime? Do I choose to be an angry person, a hateful person, a violent person? Even if I experience violence as a small child, I still have a choice to actually heal from the violence experience and then choose a positive choice in life. I choose love and kindness instead of me repeating the violence that was actually inflicted upon myself. Okay, so we have that choice as well. So you must ask yourself today, what is my deeper meaning to life and what is my purpose? Okay, what do I think I came here to do? Write it down. Now, journaling is very important. Write everything down. It's good to have a journal, small little journal where you put your feelings down and your fears and your joys and everything else in your life experience, and you ask your higher self questions as well. You can use prayer as well when you pray to God, whatever you believe in, any deity or God you believe in, you pray for assistance and a guidance. because apparently spirit is waiting for us to ask. Okay, spirit cannot intervene until we ask. You know what I mean? Well, as I say in the Christian Bible, you need to ask and then you shall receive. You knock on the door and the door should be open. That's how it works. So if you need help, you need to ask, right? In terms of you getting or finding your purpose or your path in life. And remember that your purpose and your path, when you find out your purpose and your path, it doesn't mean life is going to be easier. It just means that you now you have a direction. And then you have a choice again to follow the path or follow your purpose. May it be to inspire other people, may it be to teach people, because you can have a career that's outside your purpose. But within your career itself, there are places within your career whereby you actually using your skills linked to your purpose to actually achieve that work or those tasks that you want to achieve. We are social beings, so we need to learn how to relate with each other. We need to learn relationship dynamics. That's a very important skill that we need to learn as people. And sometimes in our homes, we don't get to learn that. Sometimes we get to learn silence is better. Resistance and suppression is a tool. Let me not talk about myself. Let me not talk about my fears. Let me not talk about anything. Let me just suppress it, because in my home, I'm told that men don't cry and men don't talk. Men are strong and keep everything inside and don't say anything. You see what I'm trying to say? So every person is experiencing life differently. And we need to have compassion for those that don't have a proper foundation in life, where they taught that it's okay for you to express your feelings. It's okay for you to cry as well. Very important, right? Now, the deeper meaning of your life. What does it mean? What is the deeper meaning of your life? This is a challenge for a lot of people because it's a very complex question. As I said, it's linked to your focus, it's linked to your belief in life, it's linked to your assumption in life, it's linked to what you feel about yourself. Very important. Do you think that you are a beautiful person, that you are here for a certain reason, or do you think the opposite? You see? So that's how it goes. Each person has the authority over their own life experience, and you have a choice once you have been given your purpose and you understand your purpose. You have again the choice to follow your path, the path of your purpose, or not. Because this game is about choice. And then we have no choice, and also have choice in certain areas, but mostly we have choice. We don't have choice for the family. We never choose. We don't remember choosing our family members. We don't remember choosing the country that we are born in. Right? And that's not a choice now, right? That is just part of your life script. But then as you grow out older and you become an adult, you have the gift of choice. And some parents are so liberal, they give their children gift of choice at a young age. They give them that responsibility, they give them a voice and everything. But I know a lot of people don't, a lot of families, a lot of cultures, a lot of backgrounds don't give their children that freedom of choice. It's like either our culture, our way in this family, or the highway. You understand? That's how most families actually run. And where children are not given, okay, I want to be a Christian, or I want to try Islam, or I want to try something differently. You understand? I don't want to be too cultural. I don't want to follow the Zulu culture if I'm in a Zulu background. We're not given a choice. Only later on when we're adults, then we're given the choice. Okay, what works for me? Does this thing add to my purpose? How do I feel about my culture? Okay, should I follow my family's culture, or should I try something different? Or should I take some parts of my family culture and take from other cultures and then create my own little Pacific culture that I want to actually follow in my life because I'm an adult? And then you have children, then you want to force your children to follow what you believe in. We're not giving them a voice and opinion to speak out, because we are human beings and we're here for the human experience. And relationships, we need to learn how to actually relate with each other without conflicts, accepting somebody else's choice in religion, accepting somebody else's choice in sexual orientation, accepting somebody else's choice with food and eating. Because now we have vegans, we get all sorts of carnivore, we got vegans, we got vegetarians, we got everything. And not every person in these different spaces or accepting other people's choices, because you can see all the criticism online, right? Every single person's here for a different experience. So if my experience linked to veganism, let it be. And I, as a vegan, have no right to criticize another person. You understand? All linked to the deeper meaning of life. The deeper meaning of life is also linked to acceptance of every person's choice and path in life. Right? So, guys, sweetie pies, if you're new here, right? I'm Sisian. My name is Sisian. And if you feel called to, you can go ahead and join my community by subscribing to my channel and check my videos, right, as well, and comment and engage as well, right? So life is about the experience and expecting change. Things are not always going to stay the same. The deeper meaning of life is a very, very flaccid. It's not fixed. It can change as you grow up and develop life. For example, the deeper meaning of your life when you're at a certain age was family and culture and bringing up your children. And when your children are older, and then you get another meaning, you adapt something else, because this is not something that's going to be constant. Every milestone you experience in life, and every experience that comes into your life, it affects your meaning. It affects the meaning of life. This is what I've even seen in my own family with my mom and myself, and how the meaning of her life changed as the older she became. The more she kind of evolved, when now she never need to nurture me anymore. I'm now an adult. So, and all the children were now adults. So the meaning changed again. You understand? We should always be ready to be open, because in this life, change is the only constant thing that we will experience. And the meaning to your life now, the deeper meaning of your life now might be different to compare to 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, even a year ago. And even from now onwards, till maybe in the next 10 years, the meanings will be different, because you're at different levels and different places in your life, because we constantly grow in experiencing, because we came for the experience in life, and we came to overcome the darkness as well by choosing the positive over the light. Because once you embrace the darkness too much and you go too deeply into it, into unforgiveness and hate and competition and all those things, your life begins to have no real soft loving meaning. It's all about competition, it's all about struggle, it's all about stress, and things like that. And your body becomes even more sick, because it becomes unhealthy, because you are living in survival. So when you live in darkness and stress and lack, you're in survival. Now, your meaning of life is that life is all about the struggle, it's about the competition, it's about taking from other people, it's about hurting other people as well to get what you want. Now, the deeper meaning of life, what does it mean to you? All the good things that we learned, if you're a Christian, right? All the good things that we learned from the Bible about Jesus and all the things that he did and how he approached life, the meaning to life for him was something totally loving and kindness, no matter whatever happens in your life experience, right? So these are the things, and somebody said in the collective, so that's why he ended up the way he ended up. At the end of the day, there's always a purpose for every single thing. And remember, it's all about the experience, okay? We human beings see life on a very physical level, and the spirit sees life on a very spiritual level. As I said, that everything here is a experience meant for a certain purpose. So Yeshua, aka Jesus, came here for his own experience, okay? And we all know that there is the story that he did really recover from death. He beat death, and he actually went on to live a life with his beloved Mary Magdalene and have children. That's another thing that came out recently. You understand, it wasn't the end of his life. It was only one little experience where he helped the collective have a certain meaning, right? To have a belief and a foundation. That is why the story of Jesus Christ and the death of Jesus Christ is a foundation for a lot of Christian people to have a belonging and a meaning and a belief in their life. Okay, so every single person is here experiencing everything, and not every single person's going to end their life in a wonderful way. You will get people that will be martyrs. So Yeshua or Jesus, you can say it was like a martyr. You understand? And at the end of the day, how you live your life before death is more important than how you died. Because how you passed doesn't really matter. It's how you lived that matters. Your life matters, not your death. Because your death says it's an end of a chapter, it's an end of an experience. But how did you conduct yourself in the experience? How did you what did you add to life? Did you add hate and pain, or did you add hope? Did you add love? Even in your own small mundane life, in your family, in your community, even to yourself. What type of experience did you add? Death is not that important. Your life, how you lived, is more important than how you died, basically, right? So the impact that you had, when people can think about you after you pass and think about the impact that you had. Oh, this person was always smiling. Although he was going through so many challenges, he never ever was bitter about life. That shows us that that person overcame their challenges on an emotional level. And that's living high frequency. You added some sorts of value to your community compared to somebody that could remember you as such a bitter person. Oh, you were so hateful, you were so violent. I'm so happy the person is past. I'm so happy the person is no longer here. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's all about the living life, the type of life that you experiencing and how you are imparting or impacting on other people. Your life is more important than how you died or how you passed. You understand the impact of your life. Did you add value to the people in life? Did you add value to life? Were you respectful? Were you joyful? Could people speak about you in a very positive way, even when you passed? And remember that person has been such a great person. Although he or she was going through so many problems, they were so positive, they were so helpful. Oh, they were wealthy, but they were helping other people. They did so many good things for the community. You see, so it's all about life. The deeper meaning of your life will be in the very individual. Every single person has an individual meaning to life. Now remember, to say every morning, I am grateful for today. I'm grateful to be alive. I am grateful for all that's in my life at this time. Even the opportunities and challenges that come through today. I'm grateful for them. I'm ready to face the day. I'm ready to experience this day and respond positively as possible. I'm ready to smile even when there was no reason to smile. I am ready to be joyful even when there's no reason to be joyful because I'm a joyful person. You understand? Don't let your circumstances change who you are. Don't let your environment change who you truly are. If you're a joyful, happy person, don't allow the challenges or opportunities in life to actually change who you are. That's a deeper meaning of life. Is for you to understand that you're here for a certain purpose and you were born for a certain reason to impact society, even your family, your small little society, even your little community, whatever it is. Now we have social media, we have the internet, we have a greater way of impacting people and reaching more people. You understand? So every single person here is here and has a focus, has beliefs, have an assumptions about life and themselves, and that's perfectly fine. Okay? We didn't come here to all think alike and be alike. We didn't come here all to just have the same type of life. No. Some of us came here for the experience of lots of money. Some of us came for the opposite. Okay? So we need to understand that every single person, even the one Bill Gates or whoever living in mansion and the homeless person living in the streets, they're equal. The only difference is that the one was born in wealth or he immersed a lot of wealth or he focused on wealth, or the story may be, because people gain or achieve wealth in different ways. And that person that's living in the streets is just as important as that person with a lot of wealth. So we respect people regardless of the backgrounds they come from, because we want to be respected ourselves and not based on our titles and our socioeconomic where we come from, but basically on who we are, that we are human. We are souls souls having a human experience, basically, right? So every single person is valuable. So we should not be judging people by titles and how much money they have, or by their social status or titles that they have. We should be judging people by them being specks of God, fragmentations of divine source. They have to experience different things. Like the king in the castle is there to experience different things. The homeless person living in the streets day by day, struggling, whatever, he's there for another experience. But these two souls are very important to the collective experience. So we need to respect people accordingly, right? And choose love. If you are religious and you are Christian, you should understand the story of Yeshua, of Jesus. It's about love and forgiveness and kindness, no matter what. Right? Finding a deeper meaning is also linked to how you were brought up, the culture or the religion you were brought up in, and what you were taught. Right? And then you have choice when an adult to actually follow through or change or learn something different, and then adapt to new focus, a new assumption, a new worldview. Everything's by choice, right? Now, nobody's forced here to stick in one way of living because my parents taught me this and my parents did this. You don't have to. That means there's no expansion. You need to expand yourself and explore other concepts about life so that you can develop and expand as a person, as a soul, and have all these many different experiences instead of you being stuck in one type of worldview, one type of practice. You understand? And learning about something and absorbing and understanding something, you don't have to become a Muslim because you're learning about Islam. You don't have to become a Hindu because you're learning about Hinduism. You don't have to become a what they call it, Dainism. That's another religion in Asia as well, which is quite interesting. Okay, the core concept there is very interesting as well. But all these different religions, like Taoism, is it Taoism? Taoism, yes, it's from the East in Asia as well. So all these things are all linked to one thing: self-knowing, knowing thyself, and self-discipline. Although a lot of Christians are not very disciplined people, but Yeshua was very disciplined. Jesus was really a disciplined person. You understand? He lived a certain type of lifestyle that's based on love and accepting other people and unconditional love, basically. And that takes discipline. When you put yourself not so important, get my point, but everybody else is important as well, not only yourself. You're not the center of the world. So when you're helping other people, you're helping yourself as well. So there's a lot of things that people need to understand. So we can go back and learn more about the books, the hidden books, the books that were not added to the Bible as well, to get a bigger picture. But now, remember, your belief, if your belief is so stringent and your belief is only that what's in the Bible is all that I need to know, or what's in the Bible now currently, and all the other books that were not included in the Bible are not important. That means you're closing the cap or the door of your growth for you to understand the true foundational concepts around your religion. You understand? Learn more about what you believe in and understand, why do I believe in this thing? Why does my family believe in it? What value does it add to us? Learn more about these things. A lot of people change when there's a big disaster. When they're uncomfortable and they change. People are afraid to make a change when things are good and there's no problem. I'm just curious. People are afraid to actually tap into the curiosity and learn about things. I'm not sure why, but people are afraid to explore things that were not taught to them, that were told to be demonic and stuff like that, and scary and stuff like that. So you need to understand there are people that believe in these things and people that even practice these things. And these people are not any lesser than you because you have a certain belief system. You understand? So we need to be more open. So how do we build relationships? Because we're so bad with relationships. Relationships is about relating with each other. It's about welcoming each other's shortcomings, our strengths and our weaknesses, and get to understand each other as well. Because remember, life is a social experience, a social experiment as well, right? So when you see life as a social experiment, you're willing to learn about different things, about contacting different people and speaking with different people from different cultures, or even just Googling or going on YouTube and learning about different people in different areas of the world. Opening yourself and say, yes, I'm not only restricting myself from just connecting with people that I know from my culture, from my background, from my country, but I want to know more. Now we have the internet, it makes it even more easier. It makes self-development much more easier with the internet, because we can do social media, we can do websites, we can do a lot of things and connect to different people. I'm trying to say, we can connect to different people, different backgrounds, to understand them and understand their cultures and their actions and their practices as well. Now, as I said before, if you are interested, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm Sissy, life coach and motivational speaker. And I know that every single person that joins my lives is there for a specific reason. It's a divine appointment. So whatever I said today, I hope it was insightful and it helped you as well as I close my live for today. Remember that you are loved and you are loved. And you must choose love above all things. You can overcome every problem and every challenge, and start your day each day with gratitude, right? I am grateful for today and all the opportunities and challenges that come with today. I am open to experience life to the fullest. No matter whatever happens today, I'm so happy and I choose happiness because I'm breathing, I'm alive. Not because happiness is not linked to material things, guys. Material things are just things. All the cars and all the houses and all the gold and all the precious minerals in the world, if you have them all, it doesn't mean you're going to be happy. It doesn't mean you're going to be in peace, at peace in your life. It doesn't mean that. There are a lot of wealthy people so restless and hateful and can't find happiness, but they're finding happiness in hurting other people because somehow their minds have been twisted and they're not operating from the heart. They're operating from the ego and the mind. You understand? So you must understand that material things don't bring you happiness. They're there to make your life easier and make your life more interesting, but not to bring you happiness. Happiness is something you choose every day with your focus. What am I focusing on? Being grateful. That's why I start each day with, I am grateful for today and all the opportunities and challenges that come with today. I am ready for this day, and I'm asking Spirit to strengthen me each day. So you start positively, so your day can be positive, and keep on remembering that you started your day with gratitude right through the day. When you look at somebody, look at that person with kindness. You don't know what people are going through. People are going through a lot of pain in this reality, a lot of pain. So you need to have compassion for each person that you meet and send them light and love. If they give you hate, you don't have to return it with hate. That's how it is in this life. And we can follow Yeshua, Jesus, right? Yeshua. We can follow his lead and his teachings as well. That gratitude and love and kindness and forgiveness is key to a good life here in this experience, okay? No matter whatever you're going through, sweetie pies, I know you can overcome it. Whatever you're going through at this time, I know you can overcome it. Remember, everything's about the focus as I close. What is your belief? And then also, what is your assumption about what you're going through at this moment in your life? And then also, what is your purpose? What are you here for? Are you here to enjoy life, or are you here to actually be totally miserable? You make the choice each day with every choice that you make. Every belief that you have and every assumption you have about life is linked to your experience. Okay, sweetie pies. So, as I said, if you wish to, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and join my growing community as we grow slowly but gradually. So, guys, have a great Sunday further and have a beautiful week further as well, because today is Sunday, tomorrow is Monday. We start the work week, right? The business week, as they call it, right? So you go ahead and have a great week further as well, sweetie pies. Bye. See you next time on my next live.